Dragon is the story of a young boy called Tommy who has recently lost his mum.
And then one night, a year after his mum dies, a dragon appears at his window. And the play is the story of what happens in that year. Jamie and Candice came to me and said, we want to make a play about a little boy, a dragon and grief. Oh, and by the way, we don't want any words.
Telling this story without words was not as difficult as I think perhaps it initially appeared to be, for a number of reasons. We're a very visual theatre company, Vox Motus, and so our storytelling is naturally quite big, and we often strip out text and replace it with visuals. That's the medium we work in. You know, I think we can get very caught up in theatre as a literary form as opposed to a very visual form. And when you have a great big dragon in the space, suddenly you have this whole other tool for storytelling.
Theatre should be theatrical. That's what I love. You know, I love all kinds of theatre, but the kind of theatre that I want to bring into the world that Candice and I get excited about is the kind of theatre where magical things happen.
I think it's born in part from Jamie's magic background and the element of surprise, of the very nature of illusion, that something isn't quite what it seems. But I think it also comes from being an audience member and sitting in the audience of a lot of shows and seeing those moments that just transform the world that you've kind of invested in.
Working with the Chinese has actually is absolutely brilliant. We were quite nervous to begin with because they don't have any English and we have no Chinese. But we're actually learning a little bits of each language as we go.
China has had a really profound influence on what I've written. The idea of a Western dragon is very, very different from the Eastern dragon, whereas in Western dragons we very much have a culture of slaying the dragon.
And that evolved the whole story. It really changed the approach that we took with, I guess, the metaphor that we were dealing with. So it's been such a fortuitous three-way partnership that's allowed us to, I think, deliver what I hope will be quite a spectacular visual experience for the audience.
This is a play about imagination. It's a play about big feelings. I don't think you'll have seen anything quite like it.
Hopefully this show will have moments that are beautiful, moments that are, you know, sad and meaningful, but also moments that are spectacular and exciting and imaginative and powerful and epic.
I hope that we have created a story that leaves a lot of space for personal emotion. Because at the end of the day, with all the bells and whistles and beautiful puppetry and beautiful performances, this is a very personal show about very personal experiences. And I hope that we leave the space in there for audience members to reflect on that and to take away from it what they need and to find a beauty in the spaces in between all the extravaganza.
And hopefully an audience will get excited by what they see, and whoever you are, you'll have your own dragon experience.